Dr. Garth MacDonald, who may be known to some as Shaka Po, consultant obstetrician and gynecologist, representing the Senior Medical Officer of the Victoria Jubilee Hospital, Sister Ring, representing Matron, Ms. Opal Davis, who is the President of the Friends of the Kingston Public Hospital, other members of staff, members of the press, good afternoon. Those of you who know me know that this is a great day for me. My name is Dr. Natalie Wiley, and I'm the Senior Medical Officer of the Kingston Public Hospital. And I am openly, I think, one of Mr. Price's greatest fans. So I am excited. In fact, I have to contain myself. And Mr. Green is here to make sure that I behave myself, or else I'll be screaming and throwing myself at him. So, no, so welcome to the Kingston Public Hospital, those of you who are coming here for the first time. This is a joyous occasion. I mean, most of the times when we interface with members of the press and the public, it's in circumstances that are not necessarily the greatest. As we were walking over, a police car drove up, and there were persons alighting, and some of the members of the press were a little bit distracted. Those are the circumstances under which the Kingston Public Hospital usually gets some attention. So yes, we're good for trauma, and I didn't know that Mr. Price was actually a patient here at the Kingston Public Hospital. He was born, like most of us, at the Victoria Jubilee Hospital. And so that's the usual sort of circumstances that we are known for. But we do much more than that. We see on average 2,000 patients per day, and we do close to 90,000. Can we stand, please, for the Minister of Health?
Hi, how are you?
Welcome, Honorable Minister of Health. Today is Parliament Day, and he had to come. I think he also is a fan of Mr. Price.
Yes, I am.
So again, thank you so much. Good afternoon and welcome. It is my honor to be the Master of Ceremonies for this function, and I'm going to ask Sister Rigg, who is a Senior Nurse Manager here at the Kingston Public Hospital, to open this afternoon's proceedings with prayer. Sister?
Thank you, Dr. Wiley. Afternoon again, everyone. Could you all just stand, please? I would like for us to sing this chorus. Thanks, Lord, we give you thanks. Can I start? Thanks, thanks, we give you thanks for all you've done. We are so blessed, our souls are at rest, oh Lord, we give you thanks. I would just like to share a passage of scripture, and it's coming from Psalm 34, and I'll be reading from verse 8 to 10. And it says, "O taste and see that the Lord is good. Blessed is the man who trusts in him. O fear the Lord, you his saints. There is no want to those who fear him. The young lions lack and suffer hunger, but those who seek the Lord shall not lack any good thing." That's the end of the word of God. Let us pray, folks. Great and righteous God, Heavenly Father, we give you thanks again, Lord, for just being in your presence. We praise you, Lord, and we magnify your name. You are God, and you are worthy to be praised. As we come together today, Lord, we remember your words, that those who seek you, who fear you, who search after you, we shall not lack any good thing. And so, Lord, the Bounty Foundation has saw it fit to partner with us to donate these much needed items to this institution. Heavenly Father, we have always sought to put you first, and as such, Lord, this is our reward. And we give you thanks, Lord, for the works of the hands of those who care for your people, for those who seek to lift you up, Lord, and to magnify your name. We ask, oh God, that you continue to bless those who bless us, to be with them, Lord Jesus, to prosper their way, to enlarge their territory, oh God, so that this work that you have called them to do can continue. Lord, we recognize that we are nothing without you, and as such, Lord, we seek your face in everything. We give you thanks, Lord, once more for your tender mercies, your loving kindness, and your grace towards us. We praise your name, Lord, as we say thanks. In Jesus' name, amen.
Thank you so much, sister. I'm going to invite our Honorable Minister of Health, Dr. Christopher Tufton, to bring a few remarks. Dr. Tufton is a very hands-on minister. In fact, I remember there was an incident in Parliament and we got a call through. The ambulance was coming, and then Dr. Tufton jumped out and he was helping us to take the patient out. I said, hold on, Minister. It looked like you could work here, man. So, Minister, invite you to give your remarks.
Thank you very much, Madam Chairperson, Dr. Wiley, Mr. Harold Green, and other members of the Victoria Jubilee and K.P.H staff who are here, Mr. Rodney Price, aka Bounty Killer, Chairman of the Bounty Foundation. I like the sound of that, eh? Bounty Foundation. And your team, which I'm sure are here representing and supporting you. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon to you all. As you know, I'm not on the program, but anything we can get to support public health is worth the support from the ministerial perspective. And when I was told about this occasion, I'm a Parliament now, I said, I'm going to come down and just show the appreciation of the Jamaican government and the people to the Bounty Foundation for this gift. It is worthwhile and it's always needed. We promote partnership in public health. I've told people over and over again that government and by extension taxpayers can't build enough hospitals or provide enough equipment or doctors for a population that requires it, particularly in a developing country context. And anywhere in the world you go, every successful public health institution is supported by significant external support. Foundations, friends of hospitals, friends of particular departments of hospitals. And that is what ensures that it performs successfully in responding to the needs of the population. More often than not, these supporting groups are groups that have either benefited directly from the institution or indirectly. And in the case of Mr. Price, he was just saying to me earlier that both Victoria Jubilee Hospital and K.P.H have been very good to him throughout his life, from birth until now. And this is his way of giving back. And I really want to commend him for that, because it's an example that he's setting that, frankly speaking, I hope many others will follow. So let's give him a big round of applause. So Mr. Bounty, you not only bring joy and pleasure to your many fans, in this instance you bring in utility and value to the functioning of public health. And that relationship is critical. I said one other thing before I sit, and that is that part of the public health approach is to influence behavior and to influence healthy lifestyle and healthy living. And I could never live to be as lyrical as you are. So I just want to leave a word of encouragement with you as I thank you for this gift, that as you are out there with your fans, entertaining and supporting, also tell them for me that they must live a healthy lifestyle, do their 30 minutes of fitness each day. That gentleman right there, I know he does it every single morning because I see him on the hill. And remember that prevention is always better than cure. This institution is a significant contributor to Jamaica, both Victoria Jubilee and K.P.H. If you look at the stats, without these two facilities, we would be much worse off as a country, and indeed in these parts of the country. And so, we want to just recognize the doctors, the nurses, the staff, but also the supporting stakeholders as the Bounty Foundation represents today, as they continue to do the work. We are pleased, we are happy with the performance, and we are certainly happy with the contribution that is being made. Thank you very much, and have a great evening. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Tufton. I'm next going to invite Dr. Garth McDonald, Consultant Obstetrician and Gynecologist, Victoria Jubilee Hospital. Dr. McDonald.
Good afternoon, all. Yes, all protocols observed. Well, this is indeed a great pleasure, a great moment for the Victoria Jubilee Hospital and Kingston Public Hospital that Rodney Price, today on Bob Marley's birthday, has decided to be so generous and kind to have donated 63 beds and mattresses to both hospitals. Give him a round of applause, please. All right, 25 of these beds have been donated to my hospital. That's the Victoria Jubilee Hospital. And I say, my hospital, as Jamaicans, we all need to have some civic pride and, play a role in the development of our country. It's always good to give back, so we have to applaud Bounty Killer on this momentous occasion in the formation of and the launching, because we've not heard about the Bounty Foundation before. So I guess this is a good platform for Mr. Price and his team to launch such a great contribution. So I thank you, Mr. Price. I thank the Bounty Foundation on behalf of the Victoria Jubilee Hospital and the Kingston Public Hospitals. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Wendell. He almost looked like he was going to DJ. I'm now going to invite the Chief Executive Officer of the Kingston Public Hospital and VJH, Mr. Errol Green, to bring some remarks.
Thank you, Dr. Wiley, Honorable Minister, Mr. Price, Shaka Pow, ladies and gentlemen, Ms. Opal from the Friends of the K.P.H. Good evening, or good afternoon rather. For me, it is a joyous occasion. 63 beds. Bounty, you will not know how great of a thing you have done for us. When they were delivered, Jubilee grabbed their 25. And they said to me, Mr. Green, if you have 25 more, we will take them. But we were able to retire some of the older beds and are pressed into service the beds that were donated by you. We've had our biomed people go through them, assess them, and you can rest assured that they will go a very far way in alleviating some of the discomfort of our patients. Thank you so very much. Everything that was said or could have been said on behalf of the hospital have been said of both hospitals. And as you know, we are the Alpha and the Omega. We begin at Jubilee, that's the Alpha, and but as Mr. Price has said, he has experienced firsthand the goodness of both institutions, and it is indeed fitting that on Bob Marley's birthday, he can come and give back to Jamaica. We are much appreciated. Thank you so very much.
Thank you, Mr. Green. As he said, we almost had to fight over the beds, and we look forward to a continuing partnership. On our side, Mr. Price, our 475 beds, and we almost always have 100+% bed occupancy. So enough said. I'm going to invite now Dr. Lindbergh Simpson, who is the chair of the Department of Surgery on the Kingston Public Hospital side, to come and bring the vote of thanks. Dr. Simpson.
Thank you very much, Dr. Wiley. Good evening, everyone.
Oh, have mercy. Oh, Lord. Trust me. Oh, Lord. Thank you. Head what? Oh, head gone. I am so sorry. Head gone. Confused. Mr. Price. Please. Please, sir. Please, sir.
Good afternoon. I guess you wanted me to close it, you know? Save the best for last. Well, good afternoon to everyone. Honorable Minister, Dr. Wiley, Dr. McDonald, and the media, fans, and the staff. Well, you know that this is Jamaica, and to be realistic, we all know the situation of our economical problem. Most of the sectors, they are not being financed adequately. Well, I was born at the Jubilee Hospital. That's what I've been told. My mother said it inside my birth paper. Unfortunately, when I was 16 years old, I got a stray gunshot, and they took me to the Kingston Public Hospital, and I spent 9 days. And it was really a dangerous wound, as it's a long wound, and it came through my shoulder. I don't know how that gunshot walked so mysteriously. I had to spend 9 days with a bottle and a tube, and I had no complication. After that, I never come back to the doctor. And today, I'm an international artist with a big lung. When I say so K.P.H fixed in my lungs and put me back on track, and I became this big superstar, and I've never contributed back anything to the sector. So over the years, I've been involved in a lot of charity and giving back and contribution and all that, but I'm trying to form a foundation, a bounty foundation. So I was discussing this with a friend of mine who is a doctor from New York City, and he was saying that he had some connection where we could get some beds, and I saw it on the news one of the evening where I saw some patient in a wheelchair and someone on a stretcher. So when he suggested that, I said, okay, that's a good idea, because I just saw it on the news where the hospitals needed beds. So we come up with the idea of getting the beds, and he saw the beds, and then we checked the ministry for waiving the cost, and they was happy to do that. So that's how we end up getting the beds here. And this is just a little finger of the things that we want to do, but you know, we have to take our time. We're not encouraging anybody to go the way to make contribution or donation, but listen, give what you can. This is Jamaica. We are always pressuring the government that they're not doing, and then what are we doing? We all have to pour together and pull out of the situation. Just like this crime that we have here now, everybody looking at the police, but we have to look at ourselves. Moral values and attitude broke down in Jamaica. We all know that. We barely say good morning, good afternoon, excuse. People, we're losing it. We have to get back together. The village is not raising the child anymore. It's the internet. So we all got to play our part. The way how we interact with each other, the way how we respond to each other, the way how we care about each other. And my mother tell me that giving is receiving. You cannot receive to receive. So if you want to receive God's blessing, you got to give yours. So this is just a little piece of the blessing that I'm trying to give back from what God did for me. So we are encouraging everybody out there in society who can donate or contribute contribute, let's do it. Don't wait until you have 100 million like Shaggy. If you got $100, you can make a contribution. We want everybody to play a part. So this is just to encourage the public, because we are not doing this to get publicity or anything. I'm an international known artist, and it already ordained on me as poor people governor, and people knows that it's not something that we just say. So this is just to get the wider general public involved. We want charities to be something more popular in Jamaica, because for a poor country like this, charities are not being supported. A lot of time we see people make the effort to keep charity concert, and I contribute my service and I go and it barely get a good attendance. You know that to you, and you are there too. It's not just Shaggy and friends make effort to do things like that. But sometimes when time is a smaller persons, they don't get the support. And every charity is a charity, and the same cause is worthy. So we want other people who are even more richer and better off than me and Shaggy and other artists to come out, pour together, let's play our part. So on the behalf of me and the Bounty Foundation, we are just saying this is a little piece of what we have in mind. Everybody know my situation. This is just what I can give at the moment. I would want to do much, much more. But unfortunately, everybody know the delinquent. I'm right here. I can't move. I can't go tour. I can't do much because of my visa. But it still doesn't mean I can't give something. So I'm just trying to make a step towards the right move of giving and sharing and caring. And me and Shaka Paul, artist / my doctor, we reason about these things. And he told me the situation of the hospitals all the time. They even have a Labor Day project that they wanted me to be a part of it, but because I'm an artist, most Labor Day I'm working. But I'm gonna try to get involved on that project, the Labor Day project, because, you know, the Jubilee Hospital is where I was born, and I want to make sure I have a good connection with these sectors. So thanks to everybody who came out, and we just want to say, Jamaica, we has to do it. We can't wait for anyone particularly. We all have to come together and do it. And there's a lot of other entertainers who are contributing in other ways by keeping them treat and going around with them feeding of people. But sometimes the media does not cover these things. So I'm saying, what we want from the government, this is Black History Month and music, reggae music month. But the problem with reggae music month now, reggae music not getting the leverage that it deserves. If it's a reggae month, the music should be played freely for the month, as long as it's not disturbing from its zoning. And last reggae month, every reggae session we go lock off by 2 o'clock. That's not reggae month. And the problem that I'm having, Carnival has a whole parade, wake up people in the morning, sunrise party. Reggae cannot have sunrise party here. And this is a reggae island. I'm not being prejudiced and I'm not competing with Carnival, but what about straight across the board? We need a reggae float, a Jamaica music float. When you hear ska, merengue, mento, reggae, dancehall, everything. Just like our Carnival came from other Caribbean island and find its way here and enjoying all that success and leverage. Think about it. This cannot be reggae country, and reggae cannot have the same privilege of other music from overseas. That's hypocritical. So I'm suggesting to the government, please give reggae its leverage. Reggae is the native music of the island, and it's not treated as native. We are treated like we are aliens or we are visitors. Reggae and dancehall is reggae too. I want to make this clear. A one music Jamaica have reggae. You have the fast reggae, what me do, them call it dancehall. But it's all from the birth of reggae. So nobody not come go on like a reggae and dancehall is reggae comes dancehall. It's the same music, Jamaica music. And when you go overseas, I want identity, them say, reggae music.
Reggae.
So it's Bob Marley's birthday, and it's reggae month, and it's Black History Month. And these are the type of history we want to make now. We don't want to be killing each other, fighting and quarreling. We want to help each other and love each other. So this is my Black history and Bob Marley's birthday gift. So big up to everybody. Love you, K.P.H. Thanks for the good service of making me a healthy man today. So, Dr. Wiley, my big fan. Bless up yourself, mama. Yeah, man. Simple thing.
I am a dancehall fan. I guess I'm a reggae fan as well. So, yes. Thank you so much, Mr. Price. Always so insightful. You know, there is perception of Mr. Price was very, very insightful. Very, very insightful. Thank you so much. So finally, I'm going to invite Dr. Simpson, who is also a dancehall fan, to come and give the vote of thanks.
Thank you very much, Dr. Wiley, and thank you for everyone in attendance. A special greeting to the minister, the SMOs of the various hospitals, the CEO of the administration, the representatives from the region. Very important, the representatives from the media, because a very inspiring message from Rodney Mr. Price a while ago, and it's something that should, and I hope does get broadcast, that we all need to do more. So it's a very special moment for me to give thanks to Rodney Mr. Price, as Dr. Wiley said. I am also a fan of the Killer the Poor People governor. I remember distinctly throughout all of my university career, it was constantly, we always listen Bounty Killer music. We always, very impressed. One thing I could say from that time till this time is that he's a very unique entertainer, someone who has always been interested in social commentary. Because I remember songs like Poor People Fed Up, which was a departure from what was being played on the airwaves. And in a time, nowadays we have a lot more conscious artists. There's Chronix, Protege, all those guys. But in that time, in that space, that was a unique discourse on Jamaican culture. And from that time to this time now, where he has not only backed up those words with the action, backed up the action of bringing this donation to probably, boy, is the stepchild of the health sector. I hope the minister don't take offense to that, but I find Bustamante, a lot of other hospitals get a lot more. Very few public figures. You're right. Thank you very much for being here, Minister. We respect that and we appreciate that. Because yes, the government will shell out, but the public has to do more. And it's very easy to donate to Bustamante. It's a very nice picture when they're posing with the babies. But somewhere between the Alpha and the Omega, as the CEO said, we are here to kind of stave off the Omega. Give you some more time between the Alpha and the Omega. And so therefore, it's a difficult job, it's a tough job, but we do it to the best of our ability. But it really makes it better when we know that others are looking on and are thankful for what we do. So we here want to say to you again, thank you very much. We respect and we appreciate this contribution. And the unfortunate thing is, now we have you. We're going to keep coming back to you for more things. I just want you from now. There will be more, because we have Labor Day projects, other things. Everybody can give in their own way. But we think your presence will help others to give. So we're really going to take advantage of that. And we're not letting go of this partnership. So finally, to everybody who came out to show their support, again to the media to carry this wonderful message, so others who have not yet given to K.P.H and Victoria Jubilee may see the wonderful work that Mr. Price has started and continue that. We just want to say, everyone, thanks for turning out. Again, to the Bounty Foundation, thank you. Please don't forget, how could I forget OPA, the Friends of K.P.H, which, I guess they will keep a close eye to Bounty to make sure that he's one of our very good friends. But thank you everyone for coming. Thanks for attending this function, and just have a good evening. And I think that's it.
actually have one of the beds that Mr. Price has donated.